Multiplying polynomials. To multiply a polynomial by a monomial, use the distributive property and the properties of exponents. So let's do an example here. 4y squared times y squared plus 3. So I distribute in right there. We have 4y squared times y squared, which would make it 4y to the fourth, because you would add your exponents, plus 4y squared times positive 3 is 12y squared. So that is your final answer. In this next one, it's really the same idea. It's just a monomial, so we're just going to distribute in like this. Fg times f to the fourth is f to the fifth times g. And then fg times 2f cubed g would be 2f to the fourth g squared, minus fg times 3f squared g squared, 3f cubed g cubed, and finally fg times fg cubed would be f squared g to the fourth. So that would be your final answer. The key on these is just to take your time and not try to get ahead of yourself. Make sure you're careful of your exponents at the end. Now, when we are trying to multiply any two polynomials, we use the distributive property and foiling methods and multiply each term in the first by each term in the second. There's a somewhat easier way to do it. Instead of actually foiling it out and multiplying it out linearly, we can create a table, x and negative 3, so that is my first polynomial, and then write my other polynomial, 2, negative 5x plus x squared. So we just write it out like in a table, and then in each of the boxes we do our multiplications. So that would be x times 2 is 2x. X times negative 5x is negative 5x squared. X times x squared is x cubed. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 3 times negative 5x is positive 15x. And negative 3 times x squared is a negative 3x squared. And then we just have to make sure we put everything in order. So when we do that, we have our x cubed and our x squared terms are both right there. So negative 5x squared minus 3x squared is a negative 8x squared. And then we have our x terms. 2x plus 15x is a plus 17x. And then finally our constant is minus 6. So sometimes that is an easier way to make sure you're multiplying everything by their proper terms. That technique is really a lot more useful when it's larger polynomials, like these are both 3 by 3. So it'd take a little bit longer if we were doing it by multiplying each one and writing them all out. So instead I'm going to put it into a table. Y squared minus 7y plus 5 and y squared minus y minus 3. Put my table together. Alright, and then we just do our multiplication. So that would be y squared times y squared, which would be y to the fourth. Y squared times negative 7y is negative 7y cubed. Y squared times 5 is 5y squared. Negative y times y squared is negative y cubed. Negative y times negative 7y is positive 7y squared. Negative y times 5 is negative 5y. Negative 3 times y squared is negative 3y squared. Negative 3 times negative 7y is positive 21y. And negative 3 times 5 is a negative 15. Okay, so now if I just put them all in order, my y to the fourth. Then I put my y cubes together. Negative y cubed minus 7y cubed is a negative 8y cubed. Put my y squareds together. Negative 3y squared plus 7y squared plus 5y squared. So that's 12 minus 3 is 9y squared. And then I put my y's together. 21 minus 5, which is a 16y. And then my constant term is minus 15. So that's your final answer. Those are your notes over multiplying polynomials. You might have learned a new method of how to do it. Sometimes it's easier. If you don't like it this way, then you can continue to do it how you were originally taught. Go through the practice problems. Make sure you're comfortable doing both polynomials multiplied by other polynomials and polynomials multiplied by monomials, and then you can prepare for your quiz.